Welcome back everyone to another episode of NovaJoe's Halloween Show, and in today's episode we are going to be taking a look at the 1985 Atari 2600 title, Ghostbusters. Now, Ghostbusters came out in 1984 when I was 5 years old, and this is true. The very first movie I ever remember seeing in the theater was Ghostbusters, and I can clearly remember sitting next to my mom and dad, and when they got to the scene where Dana Barrett was, or I think it was Peter Venkman at the time, was opening up Dana Barrett's refrigerator and that terror dog was inside, I can remember about wetting my pants as a 5-year-old little boy. I remember watching the majority of that movie with my hands up over my eyes and looking through my fingers. That is just how scared I was of Ghostbusters. However, a few years later, when the animated series came out, I became a huge fan, and you're going to see at the end of this opening the Ghostbuster stuff I've collected recently, and you can see, as you can see right here, a lot of the games that I have picked up. I am a big Ghostbusters fan, and I really enjoy Ghostbusters on just about anything. And so I was kind of skeptical about playing it on the Atari because I know how, I guess you could say, archaic the graphics and everything is on the Atari. But since getting the Atari 7800, I have learned that while these games are definitely much simpler, man, they are still a lot of fun. And Ghostbusters for the Atari 2600 is still pretty fun. It's not horrible. It was created by David Crane, the same creator who did Pitfall, and which was a huge Atari 2600 title, as well as I think it came out on some other consoles that I didn't have and still don't have. But anyway, guys, I wanted to cover the Ghostbusters for, like I guess I'm just going to keep saying Ghostbusters for the Atari 2600 until I drive it home that is what this video is going to be about, because you know what, it's not enough just to put it in the title and say it 3 times. I need to say it as many times as possible. Okay, so enough of my stupidity here. Anyway, guys, it's a fun game. It's one of the unique Atari titles because it takes place over the course of several screens, which is really cool. Something that a lot of Atari titles didn't do. A lot of them were just a single screen game, but not Ghostbusters. It actually was one of the few games that actually took place over the course of several screens. You're going to see in later videos, maybe not this year, but next year for Halloween, I'm going to cover probably Ghostbusters for the Master System, as well as Ghostbusters for the Sega Genesis. Also awesome Ghostbuster titles, but enough about those for now. Those will come up later. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some of my Ghostbuster stuff, and then we're going to jump right on into the video. As you can see right here, guys, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. The light's not very good right there. But yeah, I collect the figures. There's the Ecto-1 right over there. So yeah, I have been a huge fan of Ghostbusters since I first saw it in the theater back in 1984. Along with all the games as well. Alright, here we go. Starting out, you got to buy your equipment. The first thing is an image intensifier. Next is ghost bait, then a ghost vacuum, and some ghost traps. The image intensifier helps the ghost to be more visible. The bait will help you stop the Marshmallow Man. The vacuum will suck up ghosts that you touch that are on the street. And the traps, well, they catch ghosts, as you're about to see here. So there we go. We got to drag him in. Send your trap out. Boom, there you go. And I know it looks kind of goofy, but with my guys facing opposite directions, but if you cross your streams, you will lose a life. So you got to go up here, go to any of the red buildings that let you know there's a ghost there, and you just jump in and take off. Now, I bought 3 traps, so as soon as all 3 of them are full, I have to go back to the Ghostbuster headquarters and empty them. Alright, so I drop the trap, I aim opposite of the other Ghostbuster, I turn him around, and I kind of funnel the ghost in. Because like I think I said it, if you cross the streams, you'll lose a life. Not to mention, funneling them like that, it helps catch them in the trap. Because if you're trying to do it where they're facing each other, where the Ghostbusters are facing one another, it's a lot harder to get them into the trap. Now, down at the bottom, you can see I got 27,000. That's because I had been playing this game for a while and accumulating money, and hold on, before I get into that, now I got to go to the headquarters. That's what the yellow flashing building is. So we're going to go to the headquarters and empty the traps. You also go to the headquarters if you lose 2 of your men and you need to replenish them or get them healed. So anyway, normally you start out with $0, and the objective is to have $10,000 by the time the PKE meter says 9,999. Once it says 9,999, if you have over $10,000, you will go and you will try to get past the Marshmallow Man to get into Dana Barrett's apartment building and get up to the Temple of Zool. However, if you don't have $10,000, then the game just ends, and you got to do it again. So I had kept playing over and over again. Or let me back up here. If you get squashed by the Marshmallow Man twice, then the game ends and you have to start all over again. But you get to keep your money that you accumulated previously. There we go. Just sucked up a ghost. Now what that means is if you touch a ghost on the map screen and then you suck him up on the road screen, he will start back at the bottom again. If you don't suck him up, when you get back to the map screen after this one, the ghost will still be where he was originally, heading up towards Zool. And the more ghosts that get up to Zool, the quicker the PKE meter fills. And so you're wanting to get at least $10,000 before that PKE meter hits 10,000, basically. So anyway, yeah, your objective here is just to keep busting ghosts, and every time you bust a ghost, it's a different amount of money. It could be like $300, $700, $900. So you don't really know. You get no money for sucking up ghosts on the street. All it does is it resets them back at the bottom of the screen when you get back to the map screen. So there we go. Going to do another job. But anyway, I had accumulated a lot of money from playing over and over and over again, trying to beat the Marshmallow, or get past the Marshmallow Man. And he would beat me, and as soon as he would beat me, the game would start all over again, but I'd still have my money. So yeah, anyway, that's why I have so much money. Alright, so heading off to another job here, and this is what you do. You rinse and repeat. The controls are good. They are really good. You press, as soon as you drop your trap, you press the button to drop the trap, and you move your first guy to where you want him to go. Press the button again to bring out the second guy, put him where you want him to go, and once you do that, then you move them back and forth with the controller and try to line up the ghost. If you miss the ghost, or try to line up the ghost with the trap, and if you miss the ghost with the trap, the ghost comes down and slimes you, just like in the movie.
He slimed me.
Alright. Now, when that PKE meter starts to near 5,000, the Marshmallow Man is going to start coming out and trying to crush buildings. He's going to try to stomp on anything he can, and when he does, you're going to lose, I think it's $4,000 if I remember correctly. What you have to do on the Atari is when you see the ghost, they'll start to dash really fast up towards the Temple of Zool once you're past the 5,000 PKE meter amount. As soon as you see them start to dart up really fast towards the Temple of Zool, you have to flip the difficulty switch, the right difficulty switch. If you flip it, it will drop bait on the ground, and when it drops that bait on the ground, the Marshmallow Man will head for it, and then he'll leave the screen, and no buildings will be destroyed, and you don't lose any money. And it seems like you have unlimited bait, which is good because he will show up periodically anytime between 5,000 and 10,000 PKE meter range. So there we go, bring him in, suck him up, and unfortunately on the Atari, the only ghost you get to battle outside of the little banana ghost here is you get to suck up Slimer. He's really the only one you get to catch in a trap. But it's just David Crane did a really good job with the Atari version of this. I'm actually really amazed because back then, I mean, you guys who know Atari, you know how simple a lot of the graphics were, and a lot of times you were nothing more than a block on a screen. Just think of Adventure. Adventure is a great game, but you weren't a character. You were a block, just a little square on the screen moving around. And he got animated characters on this, animated ghosts. He got multiple screens. You got a driving screen where you can even suck up ghosts on it. It's very, very ambitious, but very doable apparently on the Atari. Alright, there we go, got another one. And so yes, the game does not have a ton of replay value, unfortunately, because there's not a lot of variety. You have seen the entire game outside of trying to get past the Marshmallow Man. So here we go. One more time, ghost in, and boom. Now, in comparison to the Master System version, which is the pinnacle version, it is the best version of the game there is. It has the same map screen. It has the same driving screen. I mean, graphically superior. It has the same ghost busting screen right here. Fortunately, on the Master System version, there's different varieties of ghosts and more of them on the screen to get, so that amps up the variety there. But then there's also the getting past the Marshmallow Man screen. However, this game ends once you get past the Marshmallow Man. On the Master System version, you then enter Dana's apartment building, where you have to traverse the stairs to get to the top of the so you can get to the Temple of Zool up there at the top. And then you get to battle Gozer. You don't get to battle Gozer in this. You just have to get past the Marshmallow Man, and then you get a little, well, I guess you could say a little ending screen that kind of shows. I won't spoil it for you all, because you guys will see it at the end here, because I do beat it. But there is a little ending animation that does harken back to what the Ghostbusters did at the end of the movie to stop Gozer. So, well, I think those of you who have seen the movie know what I'm talking about. But you guys will get to see that here at the end of this. So, until then, we just continue to keep sucking up ghosts. If you're first starting out and you don't buy everything that's in the shop, there is no way to go back to the shop and get more stuff, so you're kind of stuck with it. On the Master System version, you can go to the shop as many times as you want and get whatever you want. But on this one, you get one chance at the shop, and that's it. Alright, we're getting close to the 10,000 or the 5,000 mark, which means Marshmallow Man is going to start coming out. And as soon as I near the 5,000 PK meter mark, I get really close to the console because you have to be fast when it comes to flipping that difficulty switch. It's the right difficulty switch. You flip it, it'll drop bait, and the Marshmallow Man will flee, and you'll actually get more money. I think it's like $2,000 for stopping him. Oh, there he goes. They're going real fast. Here he comes. Bait out. Drove him off, and you get like $2,500 for that. And he's going to start coming out faster and faster. And if you're at a building battling and he comes out, you leave the... Oh, he's already back. Here he comes. Oh, actually, I guess the ghost just got away. But if you're at a building when he comes out, you got to come back and throw the bait out real quick. See? There he goes. There goes the ghost. Well, making me out to be a liar. Oh, there he goes. Now they're going fast. Flip the difficulty switch. Drive him off.
Nobody steps on a church in my town.
Alright, going back, trying to bust some more. And they're shooting up again. Here he comes again. Drive him off. And, oh, nope. There he goes again. So there we go. And you can rack up a lot of money right there just off stopping the Marshmallow Man himself. Alright, here we go. Alright, here goes Marshmallow Man. You gotta be perfect, pixel perfect to get past him. Alright, here we go. Run to the third ledge. You'll see what I do right there. Third ledge and dash real fast. Got one pass. Gotta get two past to win. Alright, can I do it? No, I went too far. I got smashed. Last life. Only 3 chances. Winston's sitting this one out. Can I do it? Stop. And there we go, guys. The Ghostbusters cross the stream and destroy the Temple of Zul, sending Gozer back into the afterlife.
You said crossing the streams was bad.
So, alright guys, that was Ghostbusters on the Atari 2600. A cool little title, a giant fist bump for David Crane. He did a great job adapting this to the Atari. And that's it, guys. This is probably the simplest iteration of the game in video game form. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel financially, you can by going to patreon.com/EDF Central. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this Halloween video. There's more to come, so stay tuned. And as always guys, take care. God bless, and keep on gaming.